As someone who has held it since 2017, I know how frustrating it is for many of you to see how poorly it has done compared to the rest of the coin market. However, this letdown could be the good thing we've been waiting for. The pattern we've seen since 2017 is very similar to the pattern we saw before the big jump in 2017. This suggests that XRP could go through the same thing again. Getting skeptical is a normal thing to happen. Most of the feedback we got was skeptical, with people doubting the chance of a big change because of bad experiences in the past. But it's important to remember that history has gone in this direction before, most famously in 2017 after a long build-up period of about 1,300 days. Hello Coins Alert family, you've come to your favorite place to find out what's new with XRP. I need to ask for a quick favor before we get into today's great news. Show us some love if you like our work. To become a part of our great group, hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and set off the notification bell. And now for some good news. A lot of people may not know this, but XRP was one of the first cryptocurrencies coming after Bitcoin. It came out on the market in 2013 and went through a long period of growth until it made a big splash in 2017. This trend from the past fits very well with where we are now, which is marked by low volatility and the possibility that history will repeat itself. It's still possible that XRP will reach a big price target, like $116. The size of the move could be different though. People who are skeptical because they don't see results right away miss the point of market cycles and technical patterns. If you're tired of hearing speculative stories without solid proof, I get it. But our attention is on the technical planning that has been done since 2017, which points to a big change coming. Even though XRP isn't the only thing in my portfolio, I still have exposure to it because I'm sure we're about to see a repeat of a historical event. The goal of this conversation is to shed light on how things are changing and to stress the possibility of big changes based on careful observations, not just guesses. We're optimistic about XRP because of the way its charts are set up, but we also want to highlight the insightful analysis of our respected colleague Mr. Francis Hunt, who is also known as the market sniper and crypto sniper. His in-depth analysis of XRP's structure and what it means is what our $16 price goal prediction is based on. Based on this research, there is a strong trend for XRP to go up. It's important to note though that our positive view is also based on some basic facts. We're not focusing on them right now, but the possibility for XRP in the changing global money transfer and currency markets is huge. The world of finance is about to enter a new era with a move toward a currency FX monetary system. XRP is uniquely positioned to play a major role in this transition. Before we get into the technical study in more detail, let's talk about why XRP was made so soon after Bitcoin and what role it plays in the financial world. The idea behind XRP is to use a global record to make it easier to do more than just send money. It also makes it easier to trade assets. It's becoming clearer that the XRP token is useful as we move toward a world where digitizing and tokenizing assets are commonplace. Some people wonder whether or not XRP is needed in the foreign exchange market FX, especially for big deals. For instance, usually to change a large amount of yen to dollars, you need an equal amount in both currencies, which locks up a lot of cash. This isn't needed anymore because XRP acts as a bridge token, letting you move money between currencies almost instantly without having to lock up liquidity. The addition of this feature is a huge step forward in making global foreign exchange deals easier and faster. XRP has the power to completely change the foreign exchange FX market, bringing about a new age of efficiency and liquidity. There is no doubt that the XRP token is needed, especially when you think about how big the FX market is. The FX market was worth an amazing $2.4 quadrillion in 2020, making it the most liquid and one of the biggest markets in the world, maybe even bigger than futures. As of 2022, $7.5 trillion worth of trades took place every day on the FX market. When you think about how XRP and Ripple could help with a lot of foreign money transfers, you can see how much room there is for growth and adoption. Since there are only 100 billion XRP tokens available, and only 54 billion are in circulation right now, the effects on value growth are big. Our price goal of $16 for XRP means that the market is worth $864 billion. This value is not too far-fetched because Bitcoin's market cap has already passed the $1 trillion mark. showing that such values are possible for cryptocurrencies. The way that XRP could change the way cross-border payments and transfers are made is simple but revolutionary. In a transaction that uses XRP, dollars could be changed into XRP and then into euros or any other coin without any problems and almost right away. For this process to work, a lot of trades would have to go through XRP, which could make its value go through the roof. Because of the constant buying and selling that goes on in this process, XRP's market value could reach new highs. This would mean that the $6 price goal is not only attainable, but it might even be too low considering the huge amounts of money that are traded every day. Because of this, XRP's real potential comes from the important part it could play in the global financial environment, which goes beyond technical chart analysis. It is clear that XRP will continue to grow and be used in the future because of how it works technically and how it can change the FX market. The possible rise in XRP's value might show up at first as a spike, and its use or acceptance will depend on a number of speculative factors. It's important to stress that we are cautious about XRP. Even though we see its promise, it's not the main part of our investment portfolio. We suggest that you think about it as a risky part of your investment plan because it has a good chance of having a big effect on how the global economy changes. The fact that it's not clear how widely XRP will be used in the foreign exchange market makes this trade even riskier. But Ripple's relationships with some of the biggest banks in the world suggest that the company could get a big share of the market. If XRP gets even a small part of the FX market, let alone a big piece of it, its value could go through an exponential rise, similar to the gains that have been predicted by trend analysis. This potential isn't just based on technical signs, it's also based on how XRP is strategically placed to change the way money is transferred around the world. We are paying more attention to XRP now than we did in the past because we have seen patterns and trends that suggest it might do well again in the future. We want to get past criticisms that are too simple and only look at XRP's past success to dismiss its potential. This kind of doubt often doesn't take into account how strategic and patient institutions are when they spend, which is different from how retail investors are usually more reactive. This complex point of view is necessary to fully grasp the potential of XRP in the bigger picture of how markets work and how financial technology is improving. Although it is best to be careful and have a diversified portfolio, the story of XRP makes it a unique case for speculative investment with an eye on long-term trends and changes. When looking through XRP-related content on YouTube and other sites, there is a lot of content that is, to be honest, shallow or wrong. A lot of the talk is speculative, and it leads people into endless speculative stories that don't have any solid proof. But when we look at the technical charts, we can see a story that is clearer and more accurate. Based on these charts, it looks like XRP is about to experience big growth. XRP is one of the most strategically put cryptocurrencies for the future global payment system. The most important thing to know about XRP's possibility is that it is a bridge token in the new global payment system. As XRP is used in more and more financial activities around the world, a lot of money is likely to flow into it. When XRP is activated and widely used, its price could go up a lot. This is possible for technical and basic reasons. If the price of a single XRP token were to rise to $116, the total value of all XRP tokens in circulation could hit $864 billion. This is a number that seems very likely, given how useful XRP is and how many transactions it wants to make possible.